Hello, welcome you all. Myself Deepmala Meena, Assistant Professor Physics, Government College, Kota. In today's lecture, we will discuss about pseudo or fictitious force. In last lecture, we have discussed about Galilean transformation. And before discussing about pseudo force, firstly, we will solve a problem related to Galilean transformation. According to which, if a reference frame moving with constant velocity with respect to an inertial frame is also an inertial frame. For this, we will take two frames S and S dash. Frame S is an inertial frame and S dash is moving with constant velocity v relative to S. Then according to Galilean transformation, we are having transformation equations x dash equals to x minus vt, or we can write here vxt, the x component of velocity, and y dash equals to y minus vt or vyt, z dash equals to z minus vt. Differentiating above equation with respect to time, two times हम differentiate करेंगे, then we will get d2 x dash upon dt2 equals to d2 x upon dt2, d2 y dash upon dt2 equals to d2 y upon dt2, and d2 z dash equals to d2 z upon dt2. As we know, v is constant, so dv upon dt or dvx upon dt or dvy upon dt or dvz upon dt will be 0. As we know, S frame is an inertial frame. So d2x upon dt2, d2y upon dt2 and d2z upon dt2 equals to 0. So from this equation, all the acceleration component of S dash frame are also 0. So we can say that a reference frame moving with constant velocity with respect to an inertial frame is also an inertial frame. Now we will discuss about pseudo or fictitious force. A pseudo force is an apparent force that acts on all masses whose motion is described using a non-inertial frame of reference, such as rotating frame of reference. Pseudo force comes in effect when the frames of reference has started acceleration compared to a non-accelerating frame. As a frame can accelerate in any arbitrary way, so can pseudo force be as arbitrary. For example, the pseudo force can be experienced in an accelerated motion of lift. If a lift is moving vertically upwards with acceleration a0 with respect to earth, which is a stationary reference frame, the man inside the lift would feel heavier than its actual weight because a pseudo force would act towards the earth and the effective weight of man will be F equals to mg plus m a0. Similarly, if lift is moving downwards, the man inside the lift would feel lighter than its actual weight because a pseudo force would act upward like this. So effective weight of man will be F equals to mg minus m a0. Now we will discuss about Coriolis force and also rotating frame of reference. Let the coordinate of any point P are xyz in frame S, which is an inertial frame and also stationary. And the unit vectors along the directions x, y and z are I cap, j cap and k cap. The position vector of particle P or point P in frame S equals to OP equals to xik plus yjk plus zkk. If we take R is another frame of reference which is rotating with an angular velocity omega in such a way that origins of both reference frames remains coincident. In this position, the coordinates of P are x dash, y dash, z dash and unit vectors are I cap dash, j cap dash and k cap dash. We will see in this figure R is a rotating frame rotating with omega t. The position vector of P in frame R equals to x dash I cap dash plus y dash j cap dash plus z dash k cap dash. Since the direction of axis of frame R are changing with respect to time, so the unit vectors will be time dependent. From above equation, R equals to x dash I cap dash plus y dash j cap dash plus z dash k cap dash we can write. So this equation is called transformation equation of position vector in rotating frame because R and R dash will be equal for constant position of P. Now we will find out the transformation of velocity. For this, we will differentiate above equation with respect to time and we get the new equation dr upon dt equals to this equation. Here we have taken d I cap dash upon dt, d j cap dash upon dt and d k cap dash upon dt because in frame R I cap dash, j cap dash and k cap dash are time dependent. And in frame S and R, the velocity of particle, this is the velocity of particle in frame S and this is the velocity of particle in frame R. As R is a rotating frame, so we can say V dash equals to d dash R upon dt. To find out the values of d I cap dash upon dt, d j cap dash upon dt and d k cap dash upon dt. Let me take a unit vector r which is moving with an angular velocity omega. Then we can write v equals to omega cross r, or we can put dr upon dt in place of v equals to omega cross r. By putting the values I cap dash, j cap dash, k cap dash in place of r, we get the values of d I cap dash, d j cap dash and d k cap dash, that are omega cross I dash, omega cross j dash and omega cross k dash. By putting these values, we get the equation v equals to v dash plus omega cross r, or we can write v dash equals to v minus omega cross r. As we know, v dash is the velocity of particle in frame r, velocity of particle in frame S. This is called the transformation equation of the velocity of particle in frame R. Now we will take transformation of acceleration. From the equation of transformation of velocity, we are having equation v dash equals to v minus omega cross r, or we can write dr upon dt equals to d dash r plus omega cross r. From this equation, we can have the value of the operator d by dt and can be written that value d dash upon dt plus omega cross. This is the value of the operator of d by dt which we can put in further equations. The acceleration of a particle in reference frame S will be a equals to d2r upon dt2, or we can write it d upon dt bracket dr upon dt. Now putting the value of d by dt equals to d dash upon dt plus omega cross, we get the equation d dash upon dt plus omega cross. This is the value of d by dt, and also the putting value of d by dt we get d dash r upon dt plus omega cross r. By solving above equation, we get a equals to d2r upon dt2 equals to d dash 2r upon dt2 plus 2 omega cross d dash r upon dt plus omega cross bracket omega cross r, as d omega upon dt equals to 0 because omega is constant. From this transformation equation, we can write the force transformation equation F equals to F dash plus 2m omega cross V dash plus omega cross R. This is the transformation equation for acceleration and this is a transformation equation for force. In above equation, we have minus 2m omega cross v dash, which is Coriolis force acting on a particle in frame R. This is a fictitious force which appears to be acting on the particle moving in the frame R. And minus m omega cross R is centrifugal force. This force appears to be acting on a particle due to rotation of reference frame. By this we can write minus 2m omega cross v sin theta. So when the angle between omega and v dash is theta, then we can write Coriolis force is minus 2m omega v dash sin theta n cap is unit vector. If omega and v dash are normal to each other, means theta equals to 90. Then we have Coriolis force Fc equals to minus 2m v dash n cap. And when omega and v dash are parallel to each other, then we have Coriolis force Fc equals to 0. Thank you.